what did you think, you know, on how dominant it was?
I feel like I took the attention off the main event, you know, so that speaks volume in itself. But there's always space for growth, so I'm proud of myself.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, raise your hand if you have a question for Gary, and we'll try to get you a mic. We're getting you a mic.
Hey, First Boxing. First things first, congratulations, amazing fight. Gary, what was that mask that you had on you in the first and second round? What was that?
It's a custom-made cold compress. Me and my family, we patented it, so we try to do a little bit of things outside of our profession, but make sure that we definitely come back to the boxing world.
What did you spawn to get ready for this fight?
I can't get no names, man. I can't get no names. Just know it was a good camp. Some people got beat up, and the results showed.
Urban Sports saying, Antuanne, we know the work you put in the gym and how much you work out, but what was the mental preparation like?
Oh man, it was definitely up and down, real sporadic. But dealing with any profession and everyday, day-to-day life, you got to be willing to get through the rut that comes your way. So we was going through a lot of trial and error, but all in all, we stayed focused. We made sure that we pushed things to the side so we can continue to get the work that we need to get done.
Gary, congrats on the win, man.
Appreciate it.
There was a lot of talk of Rayo's names and big fights in and around this division when he had the title. Now that he took the title off of him, what do you think of some of those big fights out there? T.O. and Haney, Garcia, you know, all the names that everybody talks about.
I don't even know if Haney coming back down to one foot.
Right. In and around the division.
But just considering it, I wouldn't mind. You know, I feel like that's the next step anyway. We won't go back, we will go forward. So that's the whole game plan.
Andres Gomez, Cornerman Boxing. Champ, congratulations. I asked you before the fight what this meant for you. You said you dedicated to your father. You know, how does it feel? How does it feel, you know, finally winning this championship and being such a special moment?
Man, it's monumental, honestly. I feel like the Russell family is a staple of boxing, period. We broke copybook records. We made history. We've been in it for years, among years. Every time we come, we show up and we show out. You know, I'm coming off of a loss, but even that loss, I don't look at it as a loss, I look at it as a lesson. And that fight itself, it was still real entertaining. You know, so like I said to you, I'm dedicating this to my father, my family, extended family members, because they've been riding this wave with us through and through. You know, and I know they look forward to us being victorious, because we are representative of not just myself, I'm a representative of them too. So when I win, they win. That type of thing. And the sky's the limit, you know, especially when I'm determined. Determination can make you ruthless. So I'm ready, I'm hungry, we're gonna keep going.
Yeah, Antoine, and you talked about the journey, you know, when we chopped it up, you know, over at the gym and everything like that. And even though you worked hard to hear that announcement and the news, you also said the journey is not over. So how is it, you know, having all that hard work, but still saying, hey, I still got more to go?
Like I said, I'm determined. My father always broke down to me, not just the sport, but life itself is like a marathon. It's just not a 100-yard dash. And in the marathon, here and there, you come up against a table with water on it. That's just a pit stop. You take a cup of water, you keep on running. You know, and I feel like this is just a pit stop in my career. You know, I'm proud of myself, I'm happy, but there's many more belts that's still out there. The journey must go on, you got to.
Hey, Twan, KG with Fight Hype. First and foremost, congratulations, champ.
Appreciate it, boss.
Yeah, for sure, man. 2 questions for you. First one being, how important was it for you to show, you know, what you had in your toolkit after the last fight? I know some people doubted you and what you could or could not do. But how important was it for you to show that you had more ability than what you showcased your last outing?
From 1 to 10, I'd say about a 6. Because you got a lot of people that really don't know boxing. They just fan-friendly boxers, like fight fans. And they get their personal opinion out. You don't gotta be the smartest. You know what an ass whooping look like. In any language, it don't matter. You know what a whooping look like. You know, but the art itself, I feel like it gotta get broken down. And my father always told me, my family, the morals and stuff that we live by, we always say that you better be better. And a lot of times when dealing with certain opponents, you don't gotta bring everything out your arsenal. You just bring out what's needed to get the job done. That's what I normally do when people kind of like put me in this category. Made me feel like I was one-dimensional, even though I know I'm not one-dimensional. You know, so I had to bring in some more tools out just to show them, you know, I can do multiple things.
Got you. Thank you, Champ. My other question for you is, you know, obviously you're celebrating this victory, and I know you're focused on that. You would just ask what other fights you would like in your division, but, you know, T.O. seems tied up. Hitchens hasn't announced the fight, but Puello retained his title.
I know.
Would you like the rematch with Puello?
I told him himself, I don't care if you lose. As a matter of fact, once I weighed in, I spoke to Shantelle Martin. He came to me, and it's funny. He came to me asking me, "Hey man, what should I do?" I said, "You want me to be real with you? I don't care if you win or lose. I'm gonna fight one of y'all. I'm gonna fight one of y'all, but I'm definitely shooting for Alberto Puello. He can lose. I can have all of the titles. I still gotta see him. I feel like it's a pride thing. I don't feel like you beat me anyway, but you gotta see me again. That type of thing. So I'm glad he got his belt. So now I gotta be that much more greater. So when I beat him the next go around, I have his titles.
Thank you, Troy.
Back there.
Yeah, this was a big night for fighters from the DMV between Tank and yourself and Lamont Rush. What does it say about the boxing in that particular part of the country?
I really can't say too much about that, for real. But the judgment was the judgment. You know, I'm proud of Lamont Rush. He represented. I'm proud of both fighters, to be honest, because nobody is in it when you're in it. It's just you and your opponent, mano a mano, and the trust that you have, you put it into your corner. You know, so I take my hat off to anybody that step into the split circle, because this is a violent sport. You know, and you're in there risking your health.
Hey Gary, Antuanne, this is Matt from Brunch Boxing. When I spoke to you last week, you said that what went wrong in your fight with Puello is that you basically didn't listen and you didn't execute. To what do you attribute the change in performance and the way you were able to listen and execute tonight to a very high level?
I didn't deviate. You know, with Puello, I felt like I was up enough rounds to kind of just like freelance, still make it entertaining, you know, but this fight, the difference in this fight, I didn't deviate, you know. If you pay attention, you'll listen to my brothers like, man, like, you need to listen, do this, do that, and I'm following the orders. And a lot of times with the fighters, you get caught with a clean shot. It just makes you want to rage that much more, and you start to deviate from the game plan. So I got caught with a couple shots, you know, but I made sure that I had a clear conscience, or made sure that I was definitely staying focused and listening and following instructions, not deviating.
Hey Gary, how you doing? Great performance. I want to say congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Dante's Boxing Nation, I just want to ask you, how do you rate El Rayo's power? Because it seems like you kept going at him, going at him, going at him, even when you got hit. How do you rate his power?
He punched harder than Puello, you know, but honestly, one of these females in here can lace up them gloves, and they land a clean shot, you will feel it, you know. So I really can't speak to that. I want to say I'm offended, because you shouldn't rate yourself or pride yourself from getting punched in your face, you know. But Like I said, he punched harder than Puello.
Anyone else?
All right, any more questions? All right, Gary, final comments. You are now a world champion. What are your thoughts as you wrap things up, wrap up this camp, and look towards the future?
We gonna party yaddy. Right now. Now I'm proud. I'm proud of myself. The journey must go on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for the new WBA Super Lightweight World Champion, putting on the best performance of his career, Gary Antuanne Russell.
Thank y'all for having me.
All right, Gary, thank you so much. Pleasure.